This was at the Australian Open in 2019. And the person the crowds were cheering for was this guy, Frances Tiafoe. The tennis world has been dominated by a generation of great players for years. But now, a new generation has emerged. Frances Tiafoe is one of those players. The 25-year-old American has ranked as highly as the 10th best male player in the world. He's attracted some serious celebrity attention at his matches. He often goes by the nickname Big Foe, and his story has been written about a lot.
When you think of the classic American dream story, you just gotta think about Frances Tiafoe.
So who is Frances Tiafoe? The tennis player.
He's an unbelievable athlete. A lot of untapped potential.
My favorite tennis player has to be Frances Tiafoe.
The man whose powerful game never fails to electrify fans.
And the person.
I love Frances. I don't know anybody that doesn't love Frances.
I want my story to inspire others. You can't make it up.
Let's start with something about Tiafoe that people love to talk about, his backstory.
This is not a typical tennis story.
Tiafoe and his twin brother grew up in the US, but their parents are from Sierra Leone. Back in the 90s, they needed to escape civil war in Sierra Leone, and so they both fled to America. Tiafoe, by the way, is super close with his parents.
My parents are everything in my life. I'm just so thankful for them.
The story goes that Tiafoe's father, Constant, found work building a new tennis center at College Park in Maryland.
We normally start from 7 to 7, but I'm here at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I'm ready to go.
Once it was built, Constant worked at the center as the head of maintenance. And that was how Tiafoe got introduced to tennis.
He'd be working through the night. Me and my brother would stay there, or if he was sleeping there, we would sleep on a massage table.
Tiafoe was spotted by a coach at the center, and that was how his career started.
And people ask me all the time, like, yeah, man, that must have been tough. As a kid, like, was it? You don't know anything else.
It's an amazing story, but it's by no means the most impressive thing about Tiafoe. Frances Tiafoe's pro career has really been on the rise over the last few years. He earned his first ATP singles title when he won the Delray Beach Open back in 2018.
Big Foe is the big man.
The next year, he broke through when he reached his first Grand Slam quarterfinal at the Australian Open. In 2022, Tiafoe reached the semi-finals at the US Open. And that was a big deal.
You are the first black man to reach it to the semifinals of the US Open since Arthur Ashe in 1972.
It was such a big moment that former First Lady Michelle Obama went along to cheer him on.
I looked, and she looked at me, and I was like, going back and forth.
And Michelle Obama isn't the only celebrity to show Tiafoe some love. When he was congratulated by LA Lakers star LeBron James on social media, Tiafoe said that he lost it in the locker room.
And I had the biggest day of my life when he tweeted out.
But it's not just Tiafoe's ability as a player that's built so much buzz around him. Remember this reaction from the Australian Open in 2019? Well, that wasn't a one-off.
I love the celebrations, why not?
Tiafoe has built himself a reputation for being somewhat of a showman.
You love the crowd. You feed off the crowd, which is not normal in tennis culture, right?
Tennis is a sport with a long history and a lot of tradition. Tiafoe doesn't want to disrespect that. He just wants to bring some new culture to the sport.
I wanted to change how the game's looked at. I don't want it to be such a, white-collar sport.
We thought you had to be quiet and reserved at a tennis game.
No way. You gotta have respect for the guys on the court, sure. But apart from that, it's just about enjoying yourself and getting behind the player.
Tiafoe wants to inspire a culture where people see tennis as something that's not only fun to engage with, but also something that's just cool. And for him, part of that responsibility sits with the players themselves.
Every match we play, you want to get the crowd into it. This is our job, but you don't want it to make it seem like a 9 to 5. Let's have fun out there.
Frances Tiafoe is currently ranked the 16th best male tennis player in the world.
Now, he is pretty much a household name.
But he doesn't just want his legacy to be about what he achieves on the court.
I want to be just known as a great tennis player. I want to be known for what he did for his community.
Earlier this year, standing at the very tennis center where he first started playing, he launched the Frances Tiafoe Fund with grants totaling $250,000 going towards helping kids in need to get into tennis.
My whole life, I always want to pave a way that people like me can also play the game of tennis, and it's inspiring so many people. That's what it's all about.
As the Australian Open 2024 approaches, there are bound to be a lot of eyes on Frances Tiafoe.
Just a very thoughtful young athlete who is on the rise.
And Tiafoe himself? Well, he just feels grateful to be part of a new generation of young tennis players.
You'll see some Grand Slam champions soon, and I'm super excited to be in that conversation.